This is Andy Purewal, Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm delighted to be joined by the machine, Anthony Fowler, over Zoom. Anthony, first and foremost, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks, mate. How are you?
I'm all good, mate. All good. Obviously, as I've just said, just kind of waiting for life to try to get back to some form of normality. How have you found lockdown up until now?
It's been, obviously, it's a bit boring, that, but it's been like a nice break from reality. Like, I'm always in camp, always training, so just to be at home, there's not much to do, but just being in Liverpool, it's been nice for me just to be around like people who are living and stuff.
We spoke on the phone briefly yesterday, and you said you've been in boxing for 18 years. For you yourself now, how key has this kind of little break been, just to be able to take stock and not have to think about who you're fighting next, not needing to worry about training and dietary needs?
Yeah, it has been nice. I said to me, my friend yesterday, I feel like I'm getting a bit more civilised. Like, I haven't been punched for like a few months now. I'm in camp life constantly. I'm like just living like a normal life, just going to the gym, keeping fit, but not actually getting punched. So it's been a bit of a nice break, and hopefully my brain's been a bit more restored. Them constant punches can't be good for you.
What have you been doing training wise, then, Ant? What have you been doing just to try and tick over?
Yeah, I've been doing loads of like running, loads of like strength conditioning. I've got like weights in the house and stuff. So I've trained like 6 days a week for the last 12 weeks. So I am keeping fit in that sense, but just no actual sparring or no pad work. I've been hitting the bag as well. I've got my own bag and stuff. So I've been doing all the training apart from getting punched and pad work. So it's a bit boring, to be fair. I enjoy doing pads with like Shane, learning new stuff. I enjoy sparring, working on the new techniques I'm learning with Shane. So that's the part that I'm missing. But like I said, that's been a nice break overall. When you ever get 3 months off work, everyone's gone to meltdown, like, but we could all be working. So a nice break. The sun's been out. I was going to make the most of a bad situation. I never like feel sorry for myself and get down. I always think, you know what, look at the positives.
You and Shane are still a relatively new partnership. You've had one fight together, which I'm sure you wish it was a bit more of a demanding fight on the night, so you could showcase what you've been working on. But
Hey, I think champion him, lad. He was no mug.
But is that possibly the only frustrating thing that you've had, not being able to obviously continue to work with Shane to the eventual point of being able to show everyone what you had been working on?
Yeah, I did. I worked really hard with Shane. We had about, 10 weeks together or something like that. So we had a really short time. We had more time apart during this break we had together working, but I did learn a lot with Shane in that short period of time. So this dog's pissing me off. I done a lot of good work with Shane in that time. Okay, one sec. Get in, hurry up. Get in. Yeah, and so it was all good. I was really enjoying my time with Shane. We got on great. I was ready for a good hard fight. Like Jack Flatley would have been a perfect opponent. He was a good tough lad. When it comes to fights, really more competitive fight. So that was a showcase more. But in that short time with Shane, he was happy with my results. I was happy. I was progressing in the gym. How I felt fight night, I felt great. I felt strong. I was heavier than I've ever been. I was weighing like 168, which I'm normally 163, 164. So he put like 4 pound plus on me because there's a lot of strength work. You do that weight, Tuesday, Thursday circuits as well. So I do extra strength conditioning work now, and I feel as though I've got a bit bigger, which is good as well. Obviously, at a high level, the lads are getting in there big and strong, aren't they?
You naturally are. You look quite a big, light middleweight. Now you've had a couple of fights at different weights. How do you see your future? What weight do you see yourself kind of pinning yourself down to?
Yeah, I can stay here as long as I want. Really, I'm 29 now. I'm obviously fully developed. I'm not going to get any bigger than I, but I think when I will eventually move up when the time's right. But I'm not an agent rush because it doesn't like necessarily kill me. Like Shane was saying in the gym once that me and Campbell made the weight the easiest he's ever seen. Like his former fighters he's been with, they've struggled a lot more than myself and Campbell. We made it quite easy. We just obviously was strict. We don't eat no shit. We diet. We train really hard, but we don't necessarily starve ourselves. Where like I'm probably about like 168, 169 now, which when you think about maybe a little bit heavier, maybe like 171. But I got in the ring 168 top. I've put like £3 on since my fight because I'm naturally around this weight. I don't really go. You never see me out of shape here. I'm always in like decent nick. I'm doing energy. Sorry, lad.
That's all right, mate.
Go on, crack on, lad.
Yes, obviously, just to link back then, obviously you work with Shane. Have you seen the differences, or what are the main differences between your work with Shane and obviously Dave before him?
Yeah, well, to be fair, they both really, really good coaches, but they train on different techniques. Like Dave was a lot more about like making me work like on the body, working me head movements, working me inside boxing, and close me with on. Where Shane's doing the opposite. Shane's working on long range, moving me feet more, keeping me distance, rather than going a bit up close to have a war. So I've had the best of both. I learned a lot with Dave and the inside. So when now people do get on my chest, I can fight it up close. And now I'm getting back to the Shane, working on me long range boxing, which as an amateur, I always worked at long range. So it was easy to adapt because that's what I done naturally, was wear like long range shots. I've got really long arms. So it's a nice combination of them both. And I'm excited to meet it this year. There should be some big, hopefully, big fights.
That initial transition from Dave to Shane, how did you find it for me in the first couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's good. Obviously, every coach has their own like techniques, what they do, and like one thing might be easy for some years, and then because you're used to it, and a new technique is really, really hard. So some sessions Dave don't kill me. Some of them are easy, so I got used to them. Where Shane, some of the sessions. What the biggest thing I noticed is that Shane trains at a higher intensity. Dave does like long sessions. He's in the gym for like 2 or 3 hours, where Shane can be in the gym in an hour, but like he works at a high intensity. So it's just like the different coaches, but just hopefully work out for me. So I mean, I'll have no regrets. I've done what I thought was right in my gut, and what'll be will be.
After that move as well, I saw you link back up, Lawrence Okoli, somebody you spent with GB, Luke Campbell, and now you got Chris Billham-Smith there as well. What's it like being back in with Lawrence and Luke in particular?
Yeah, no, it's really nice. Like at the moment now, obviously, when I'm in camp, I live in the same house as all 4 of us, and like Chris Billham-Smith, he's the nicest fella ever. He's a proper absolute down of a fella. He's too nice to be a boxer, mate. He's just like his nickname is a gentleman. That's what he is. He's probably like just so like nice. He works really, really hard, so I respect his work ethic. From the hardest workers I've been across in the gym, he works really hard. Lawrence is just the funniest fuck. He just makes me laugh. I love his self-belief. He's just great, mate. He thinks he can knock anyone out on the planet. Lawrence, he's great. And me and Campbell have been really close as well. Me and Campbell will be similar. We from just like 7 people. We just get on really well, and it's a good environment to training. And also there's a lad called Josh Fitzgerald who helps Shane out. He's a proper box lad as well. He's proper down to it. All like boxing men seem to get on really well. Like I fitted in really, really quick as a new would, because if you're a boxer, you've got a similar interest. You're all the same boat, so you know how hard it is, and it's better to have friends than enemies in life. It's better to just get along, isn't it?
100%, mate. Obviously, then before lockdown and coronavirus and everything, what was your plan on the back of Manchester?
Well, I got told I was fighting in March and then having a rematch with Scott Fitzgerald in July. But after I won the fight, it was a bit of a joke fight. I said to Shane, look, I need to box again before July because I want a competitive fight. And he was like, yeah, hopefully we are fighting May. And then, obviously, I think the fucking whole world shut down, mate, so it just never happened. But ideally, I reckon I'll probably fight now, hopefully, late July or September, because I haven't trained machine for a long time now, so I want at least 6 to 8 weeks at least just to get me range back, get me fitness back up, get me sparring. At the end of the day, a fight. I can't go into a fight 80%. I've got to be 100% now for the rest of my career. I've had that one loss, and I don't want to feel that. I don't want to lose again. So I need to make sure that I give myself the best possible chance of winning every single fight.
You obviously mentioned you want to, in your ideal world, you'll be able to wait until September time until you're back in the ring. There are talks, Eddie's come out about his fight camp proposal, putting a ring in the Matchroom HQ back garden. What would be your thoughts on it? If Eddie was to turn around and be like, you need to come on, and then in mid-July, would you be open?
Yeah, mate, it's down to Shane. I am quite fit. I haven't stopped training. I've trained the whole time, so I am fit. Then one sec. Hey, look, you could give him a score for that, because yeah, I've trained the whole time, so I am fit. But like I said, it's down to like my technique. I could go back. I could be not working well with pads. I could be sparring shit. So I need to make sure that I'm ready to fight and my range is in. I'm fit, but it's been fit and it's been fighting fit. Different game.
What are your thoughts on the behind closed door shows and the British Boxing Board of Control's initial guidelines that have come out?
I think though that rule, one of the rules is that you can't spit in the corner, which I thought was a bit mad. Like when you're training, when you're fighting, mate, all the badness comes out. You gotta spit it out. If you're swallowing that shit, mate, it can't be good for you. So that's a bit of a crazy rule, but at least they're letting us fight, mate. You know what I mean? At least they're letting us fight, because we need to earn a living. I mean, so we need to fight.
You mentioned Scott Fitzgerald earlier on. Obviously, he's got his own situation going on at the minute, which we don't really obviously need to get into. But with what he's dealing with, how fixed are you on facing Scott in a rematch? Would you happily move beyond that and not face him if there was a better opportunity out there, or are you determined to kind of right that wrong and try to get a victory against him?
Yeah, I was at first. Obviously, I was kicking myself because I lost the fight fair and square, but I was upsetting myself for having that daft mentality, that daft arrogance that I couldn't lose to Scott. But of course, it was an easy fight, so that was eating me up for a long time. But now I've moved camps. I'm in a new campus. I'm a bit more like, my career doesn't revolve around Scott Fitzgerald. Do you know what I mean? I want to win British title. If Scott vacates the belt because he's not fit to fight, and I fight someone I change my car for the belt and I win the belt, I'm happy with that, because I've had the last laugh. My career's progressed more than his, and I can move on. I don't need to worry about him my whole life, my whole career. At the end of the day, I do what I do. He can do what he does. I want to fight him. He's not well to fight, or he's not fit to fight. That's down to him. I'll just win the belt, hopefully, and then move on.
Do you feel an added pressure now, but especially when you're with Lawrence, who before lockdown was on the verge of a WBO world title shot, Luke Campbell obviously on the verge of that WBC title back then. Is there pressure for yourself, do you feel, to kind of emulate or achieve what they're achieving at this moment in time?
I don't feel pressure as much, because at the end of the day, all I can do is my best, mate. I can't do nothing else, and they've done really, really well. Coley and Campbell in particular have done really well, but at the end of the day, I've got no regrets. But with my God-given ability, I'll do as best as I can. I go as far as I can go. I've lived on the road for 18 years, training, traveling the world, fighting, dieting, making sacrifices. So I've done everything in my power possible. I mean, we all can't be world champions. It's the way the world is. So as long as I give my all, my best, go with the best coaches in the country, if you can't make me a world champion, maybe no one can. So as long as I give myself the best possible chance, I can live with that. Do you know what I mean? I'm in a great position in my life. I'm really, really happy in my life. I'm really grateful for everything I've got. So everything's a bonus, mate.
Final thing with Scott Fowler, I just want to ask you, obviously, as I've said, he's got his own situation going on at the minute, but have you spoken to Eddie about it? Have you got any idea as to what the latest is with him?
Not really, mate. I don't really bother with Eddie, in that sense. I'm just a fighter. I've got obviously a manager, Shane, who will speak to Eddie there, and then Shane will speak to me. I'm not really type of fighter who just gets on the phone with Eddie. I'm not really that bothered to ring him or whatever. If he's gonna get me a fight, he's gonna speak to Shane. Eddie's obviously a very busy man. He's a bit busy to be messaging all the fighters like myself, that us know. So that's what managers are for. Eddie will probably phone Shane if I mention Lawrence, William Smith, Campbell, and myself, and then Shane will tell us then. So that's how it works. It's goes down the food chain.
Where you ranking in the food chain?
Okay, I'm not that high, lad. I would have been a lot higher if I never had that loss, but I'm trying to climb back up, lad. I'm trying to climb back up there.
And as well, obviously, over social media, up until probably a week or so ago, you had a few exchanges with your best mate, Ohara Davies. Just talk to me about that. Where did he actually originate from?
I've never liked the kid. I've never liked him since he said something about Liverpool for once. Since he mentioned the fucking just some paper, just a proper dickhead move. So I've never liked him. And then after he come out and said that I'm racist, I just thought, mate, you need to be told. And then after I was up on a street fight, never mind boxing, mate. I was up to get that, go the hands and just punch his head in. But how it goes, mate, on Twitter. it can escalate so fast, can't it? And then next thing you know, we're having a fucking catchweight fight at 150. But like, I'm honest to God, you know, I'm like me. I'd generally fight Scott at 154, beat Scott hopefully, and I'd fight him at 150 just to like prove a point. I would. That's what I'm like. So I don't just talk a good game. I'll back it up and I'll fight if it comes down to it.
How surprised were you at the time when this kind of Twitter spat between yourself and Ohara escalated? Was you surprised that it kind of started to get to the point where I saw the Ohara interview where he said he'd fight you at 150 in a catchweight?
Yeah, it was, to be honest, but it's just the way the world is these days, and like fights can get made on social media, and like I won't back down. Like I don't like that fella at all. And like if he's saying he comes to Liverpool, mate, and fight me, I'll be a fool to say no, because I'd love to just punch his face in, especially in Liverpool. But it's someone in the crowd probably getting me for me though. Probably walking back to his hotel or something after the weigh-in and get filled in.
I was saying, just whilst I've got you, a few things away from yourself, I just want to get your thoughts on. But final question on you: how do you see kind of the coming year, 2 years for your career playing out?
Ideal, mate, in an ideal world. I come in the British title this year, defend it a few times next year. Hopefully, maybe win a European, and hopefully I would be fight for world title shot then, mate. I've just got to keep progressing, got to keep winning. Got to prove I'm the best in the country first, which I haven't done yet. I haven't won a British title. But that's my first goal. Hopefully that I achieve that, and I can keep pushing on and on. But there's no set time frame. I'm on no rush. I've learnt my lesson from rushing too far ahead. So I've down to my managers to guide me along fight by fight, and then keep progressing slowly.
Nobody's really put their stamp on the 154 division yet with regards to the world champions. There's that period before, obviously, the lockdown where the guys were fighting each other over world champions, and then there was losing to their next opponent, wasn't able to just keep hold of belts for a prolonged period of time. What's going through your mind when you're seeing that the world champions aren't really putting their name on the division?
Yeah, I don't like to look too far ahead, because obviously I've got to be realistic. I lost to Scott Fitzgerald. I've got to be beating people like him convincingly before I can mention like Julian Williams, Charles, people like that. So I don't get too carried away, but the division is open, like you said. It is open at the top. It's not like no Canelos or like killers in the division. They're all a bit like open. Obviously, I think Charles was the main name. He lost to Tony Thompson, won it back in the rematch. So there's no like solid champions that are cemented at the 154, like you said. But they are all still really good fighters, really talented, and they'd be really hard to beat.
And as I mentioned, there was a few things I was trying to get your thoughts on away from yourself. Just to stick with your division, Liam Smith, at the beginning of all this, there was talk about a possible Liam Smith and Cal Brook matchup. Obviously, since then, it's all gone quiet. But if we was to see that down the line, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's a great fight. It's a really hard fight for both the fighters. I think Liam's a good solid pro at 154. He's proven at world level. He's mixed it with he's only lost to the best. He only lost to 1 year and Canelo, where I think Brook's probably like not the 154 isn't really proved himself. He's had 1 or 2 good wins, but he hasn't proved himself. So I think it's but he's really talented. Brook, he's really talented. He can punch, got all the moves, got all the what's the word, style. So it'd be a great fight. I think a few years ago, I think Brook would have been favourite. I think nowadays I'm heading towards Liam Smith. I think Liam Smith would beat him.
And also, you've got one of your former campmates when you were training with Dave Caldwell, Tony Bellew. He's enjoying life on SAS, on the SAS show. Have you been tuning in?
Oh, I've only seen little clips. I don't really watch telly. I don't really watch TV ever. I don't watch TV at all. So people keep telling me what's going on. So I'm like catching up little clips and that. And I've heard he's a funny guy, Bellew, mate. He's hilarious. So I should watch him really, but I just don't watch TV. So can't keep up to date. It's on. I miss it. I just see the people tweets and stuff. But I've seen a few little highlights there. And he is brilliant, Bellew.
I think I'd recommend it to you and to give it a little watch. But obviously with Tony, there was probably a few weeks ago, social media again, some people trying to get that rumour mill going, a possible bout between him and Andi Ruiz Jr. Is that something you'd be interested to see?
Yeah, I would like, but it's an half fight for Bellew, like, you know what I mean? That Ruiz is a big guy, fast and he's powerful. Obviously, Joshua, a hit and move, but Joshua's a much bigger guy than Tony Bellew, so it'd be a really hard fight, like, but I'm sure Bellew would be up for it, like, he's always up for a scrap.
And then finally, obviously, you mentioned Joshua there. There's been talks about that potential undisputed fight with Tyson Fury. Everybody would love to see it as soon as possible. We don't know when that would be. But if or when that time does come, what are your thoughts on a bout between AJ and Fury?
I think on present form, I've said this publicly, I think Fury's favourite on present form. If you look at the last two performances, Fury's outboxed Wilder and he absolutely smashed Wilder, where Joshua was beaten, maybe then beat him in the rematch, but it was his most impressive performance. It's a bit of the most exciting fight. But on the day, mate, Joshua can win on the day, Fury can win on the day. It's all about who shows up on the day, that fight, because they're both big memories. So I do think Fury's favourite, but I'd never write Joshua off, never.
Anthony, final thing. Obviously, I've seen a lot over social media during lockdown. Your CBD selling has been going well. Do you want to give it a plug?
Yeah, mate, you know what? It's probably really, really good. It's like a hobby for me, CBD, but it's got a bit of a passion because it's like so many people are messaging me day in, day out, thanking me. You probably see it on my tweets, me retweeting stuff and that, but that's like a tenth of what I get. My inboxes are constantly full of people thanking me and stuff, and it's a really nice thing, mate. Like, as a fighter, I'm trying to hear people my whole career. I'm trying to knock people out, and it's a brutal game. Whereas with the CBD, I'm healing people, I'm helping people. It's a nice feeling. It's a nice, like, warm feeling in my heart when a woman messages me and says, "Oh, mate, thanks so much. I can't sleep tonight. My back's not hurting, my hips aren't hurting." So it's a really nice thing for me to do, mate. And I'll always be involved in it at some point in my life with CBD because it's a proper passionate thing. Like, helping people, mate, it's priceless.
I saw a few tweets from Dave Caldwell previously saying that it was him who actually introduced you to CBD. Is that true?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, funny enough. But I got approached years ago by a fella who I know well from college, and he asked to sponsor me, and I was like, I can't, mate. That's illegal. That boxers can't take it. But I was a bit uneducated, so I told Dave about it, and he was like, No, I take it. It really helps my shoulders, my arms and back going in. I'm gonna tell you on the pad, so it helps me loads. So I researched it, and it's illegal if the THC level is below 0.2%. So I tried it, and it made it amazing, mate. Like, I was sleeping great. All my aches and pains were going away. I felt better than myself. I just felt I had no anxiety. I wasn't like worrying about stuff. So it just really helped me. So I just I got involved in it, and now I'm big in the CBD game, aren't I?
You are indeed. You've got some competition. You got Andi Ruiz Jr. who's knocking about as well.
But I think I'm not bothered about competition. What I'm bothered about is people spreading the word, people in need. If you need it and you have it, I don't care if you get it off me, Ruiz, Terence Crawford tells it as well. As long as you get it, mate, and it helps and it's good quality stuff, I'm happy.
Anthony, we'll leave it there. As I say, it's been a pleasure to catch up with you. Stay safe, and I'll hopefully catch up with you soon. Thank you for Boxing Social.
See you later, lad. Bye-bye.